Yeah. But man, well, talking about being humble, we saw somebody get humbled not too long ago. We did a show on them. It was dealing with this same fight, which is now our main event. Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor. Not one, not two, but number three.
Yes,
they are now going off against each other for a third time. And as multiple people said, this has been a storied rivalry since 2013, I believe. Yes, 2013. And this fight is 14. And this fight is big on so many regards. This fight is not only big for McGregor, Dustin Poirier, it's big for the company because it will show if McGregor loses. A lot of questions asked. Do he lose some of that stardom? Does he lose some of that spice when he come and fight? Will this be the end of his career, losing this fight? Poirier, you ask the other thing around. How many more opportunities will Poirier get a chance at the title? These are big time questions and a big implicated fight. So the people to answer that question is us. Blake, you go first.
Oh,
Who
man.
you got and what you think, baby?
Hit
Let's
us with
go.
it, mate. Hit us with it.
Yeah, man. So I have been thinking for the past, hour that we've been doing this show, how I wanted to start off this one. And I still wasn't sure how I wanted to start it off leading into the last fight. But Tyler said something that really resonated with me. He said, sometimes you just got to face reality.
Oh, no.
And I think, man, I have been watching Conor McGregor fight, the past 7-8 years. And I've enjoyed every second of it, from the wins, the losses, the rematches, all of it. I've never wavered, never once.
Yeah.
But today, I have wavered. Dustin Poirier, my God. I'm taking Dustin Poirier. Kind of like Jordan was just saying, it pains me. I love Conor. I love what he can bring. But I just think Dustin is too durable. This is the third fight. We've been over the styles, this, that, and the other. I just don't see a way that Dustin gets put away. The guy is, in my opinion, the best 155-pound fighter, active fighter in the world right now. And I think he gets it done once again. And like Torres said, man, this is such a big fight, not only for both of these fighters, but for the UFC, for the future of the division. Depending on who wins this, so many different fights will be made. Hopefully Conor versus Nate. But I think Dustin gets it done via finish. I'm going to say round 3. And that's that.
Conor gets finished again?
Oof.
I think so.
Like the world
I think Dustin is just
too
durable.
Well, I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna make it. I'm going to get this pressure off me. Let me go and explain something. McGregor is going into this fight knowing a lot of things are on the line. All right. McGregor at the 155 weight class has only won one fight, and that was when he had the chance to become the double champ. After winning that fight, he never won another 155 fight there ever again. He fought the best in the world at 155, Khabib, and then he fought the best in the world again when Khabib retired. That was Dustin Poirier, and he lost both. I'm a little bit like what Kobe Covington said. I actually slightly agree when he said Dustin Poirier beating McGregor a third time isn't that big anymore. And I want to say in the regards of stardom is big, but in the regards of everyone else in the division, I think Poirier's supposed to win this fight. I think Poirier should be the favorite to win this fight. Even the favorite coming into this is McGregor right now. Now, it's just because of what we've seen from McGregor for so long, a lot of people think McGregor is the man. He is the guy. He's the knockout guy. He's the man amongst all men. But I want y'all to explain, man, McGregor isn't what McGregor was in 2015, knocking out Jose Aldo in 13 seconds. McGregor isn't the same McGregor that fought Nate Diaz. He ain't the same McGregor that fought Eddie Alvarez. We are not looking at that McGregor no longer. Now, people want to say that McGregor can't come back. I didn't see that same McGregor even against Cowboy. Now, yes, he beat Cowboy in 40 seconds or so, but his stance was changed in that fight. He did not have that karate stance in that fight against Cowboy. He ain't got that karate stance against Dustin Poirier. So people asking back for this karate stance, I don't think it's coming back. And if you get more in a boxer stance, I think that favors Poirier. Okay, take away the calf kick, so be it. Yes, Conor landed some shots, but those shots that he landed on Poirier at 145 isn't the same shot they're going to put him away at 55. Yes, Poirier said Conor still hits hard, but Poirier can take some shots. Did you not see his chin against Dan Hooker? Did you not see his chin against freaking Conor in that first round? Did you not see Dustin Poirier's chin against Max Holloway, Eddie Alvarez, Justin Gaethje? Do I have to go on the list? I don't think we sit here arguing a matter of fact. I think we need to sit here and say, Dustin Poirier, get your title shot against Charles Oliveira and hold that undisputed UFC lightweight champion like you are. Yes, Dustin Poirier will beat Conor McGregor. I don't know what round. I think this is going to be a war. McGregor ain't going out light. He ain't going out light. But I will assure you, Dustin Poirier is going to take him out. Give me Poirier winning this matchup. I ain't going to lie to you. I think Poirier cannot play the decision game. I know judges, yes, this and that. But if you play the decision game, I think I know who they go to. So, especially if it's a close fight. He better not. He have to put him away. If it's a close fight, he got to put him away. So give me Dustin Poirier in this matchup. Jordan.
Dude, there are so many things that I want to say about this. So first of all, personally, I didn't think we needed the trilogy. However, we got the trilogy. I was totally happy with Dustin versus Do Bronx and then just settling that, for the title. Speaking of decisions, I think that Dustin was great against Hooker in his decision win over Dan Hooker. But it's a lot easier to win rounds, to win 3-2 on the judges' scorecard against Dan Hooker and in complete silence in the UFC Apex in Vegas during COVID than it would be for Dustin to win 3 rounds against 2, against Conor in freaking Vegas with a packed house and potentially biased judges that can be swayed. With that being the case, oh my God, there's another thing. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but when dudes get their clocks cleaned, right? When somebody gets that jaw touched and gets put away for the very first time, sometimes it just doesn't look the same afterward. You know what I'm saying? Somebody takes a big shot, they finally get put to sleep. That kind of happens again. Anderson Silva comes to mind. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, after Chris Weidman touched that chin, for the first time, even Chael touched it. Chuck Liddell. Once somebody gets that off button touched, it gets a little easier. It gets a little more sensitive, I should say. That off button just gets a little more sensitive. So I'm wondering if Dustin ain't going to be able to find that off button again. And if we don't see this with Conor. So, God, I don't know, dude. I hate it when, we get this mentality of I don't want to say the casual fandom, but a lot of times it is what it is. Blake, I think he's, broken away. I'm not calling Blake a casual fan, but when it comes to the McGregor fans, the majority of them are casuals. And I think that Blake has shown us that he is not that because he's finally breaking away from the Conor bandwagon.
I'm not happy about it.
I know, man. I feel you. I am though. You know what I'm saying? And what really matters here, Blake? No, I'm kidding. But no, he's finally showing us that it's this narrative, right, that gets painted around Conor, despite the results. It's a lot like Nate Diaz. It's like despite the results of his fights, he can lose as many fights as he wants to in a row. People are still going to bet on him. People are still going to be like, "Oh, this is the guy." People are still going to be like, "Oh, he's one win away from a title shot." With all that being said, I think Dustin Poirier has finally found his stride. I think he's found a diversity in his game. I think it's about time for Dustin Poirier to finally seal the deal, get the credit he has long deserved and he has long been earning. I think he gets it done. I think it's a close fight in the beginning. I think it's very similar. I'm very interested to see what Conor is going to think wins him the fight in terms of like checking the calf kick. Because you remember when he posted immediately after that fight, him like kicking that pole with the pad on it, and he was like doing the stupid, moving out of the way of the calf kick and stuff like that. And he was like, "Oh, I already have it figured out. Give me the trilogy." No, not how this works. Not how this works.
Not how it works.
So,
no.
I wonder if he's going to come in thinking that if he solves this one issue, then he's going to win the fight. I don't think he would be that dumb. I think he's a smart guy. I think he gets in his own way, but I think he's a smart dude. So so that makes me curious, right? Because he's going to try to fix that. But I don't think Dustin's a smart guy. I don't think he's going to try to go to the well on the calf kicks. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to understand that worked in that one fight. It's not necessarily going to be my one punch ticket to the win in the trilogy. I think what we see is a bit of a grueling fight. I think we see Dustin Poirier initiating more grappling exchanges. I think he's going to catch him in transition. I think Conor might get a little desperate. I think Conor might get a little tired. And I think Dustin has very underrated jiu-jitsu. I think he's probably going to be working on his wrestling in this fight. And because, Conor was like first one to shoot the Dusty B word, right? For all intents and purposes. So, I mean, I think Dustin's going to be like, "Oh, yeah, you think that's what's up? All right, let me take you down real quick. Let me grab your neck when you're trying so desperately to get up." You know what I mean?
I can see a submission.
I'm picking Poirier by third round sub. It is what it is. I don't know if it's going to be that guillotine that he likes to throw up. So Conor has a really unique counter to the guillotine. He did it against Chad Mendez. But I think the Poirier would be able to follow him through that transition, get on top. Conor's going to try to roll to his hands and knees, try to get up, maybe expose his back, sink in a rear naked choke. I don't know. But I think Poirier gets it done. Third round sub, baby. Conor's relevance is out of the picture in terms of the title picture. Probably fights Nate Diaz, probably fights maybe Jorge. I don't know. But get him out of the title picture after this loss. I want Poirier to ride off into the sunset with that gold strap, baby. Let's do it.
Ooh.
After he fights Charles, obviously.
I would like it to be known that I think there are only two people at 155 that can beat Conor, Dustin and Islam.
What?
I am still Conor fan. I just think that those are two guys he can't get past. Anybody else, he's handling no problem.
Even do Bronx, you think he beats Charles?
Yeah, I honestly, this is a hot take. I'm not a big DeBronx believer.
I'm not either. I'm right there with you.
He should have lost to Chandler.
Yeah, he should have lost to Michael Chandler. I agree with that.
But it was nothing that DeBronx did. It was more what Chandler didn't do. But anyway, that's all.
We're not gonna go down that wormhole.
I got my skeptical hippo eyes. I saw that left hook. I don't know if y'all saw that left hook. That's something Charles did.
Like in that regard, I love Oliveira, 9-fight win streak. He's the man. Yes, but let's be slightly honest, man. Like, if Chandler, don't go to the ground, do not go to his guard, Chandler. Don't do that. Just keep striking him, staying up. We're talking about a different champion, and we could potentially be seeing a mega fight out of a McGregor and Chandler or Poirier and Chandler.
That fight would be fun. However, what happened. He did play in that man's guard. You're right. He didn't have that right hand. He got clipped.
Things happen. Sometimes.
Wait. Y'all don't think Gaethje could beat McGregor?
I think Gaethje could.
I think he could.
Anyone but Poirier. I think Conor would beat Gaethje, but I think it would be a great fight.
Okay. I'd pick Gaethje in that one.
I think that's a good fight if Conor loses for Gaethje. Because he would be without a fight with Poirier and Oliveira.
I don't think
that's money.
I don't think
that's money.
No,
I want Gaethje and Chandler. That's the fight I want.
I can't.
Yeah,
watch
but
that one.
Gaethje Conor is money. They've been
Conor
talking
loses,
about
though?
that. They've been talking about that for. Yeah, but what does Chandler do for Gaethje if his only loss is to Khabib?
Well, they're both coming off title shot losses. It would make sense. I don't know.
We'll see. First,
anyways,
Tyler,
what you think?
Wait patiently. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till y'all finished. All right, I'll make mine real quick. I ain't gotta take too long. Y'all make very compelling arguments. for Dustin Poirier here. I'm the resident,
Contrarian.
watch here and there fan. I'm not the big fanatic like you guys are. I do love watching UFC, and one guy that has always drawn me to it has been McGregor. I've talked on this many a time. It feels like y'all know I'm drawn to the charisma. I love that type of attitude. Love that type of personality. I did pick him last time against Poirier. I did think he came in a little bit too much on his high horse, wasn't doing, I don't know. I think he overlooked it. It felt like he just kind of overlooked that fight. And in retrospect, the way he just came in there, it was like, oh, this is a done deal kind of thing. I don't think he took it as serious as he ought to. I do think he will take it serious this time around. I do think that he will make the adjustments he needs to, and you guys are kind of saying that too. Y'all are saying this will be a longer match. This will go beyond what it did last time, and I'm right there with you. But I don't want to see him go down yet, man. I love McGregor. I'm saying, like, what's coming to my mind is the little video when that one wrestling league is disbanding or whatever, and that guy grabs the mic and goes, "It's still real to me, dang it." It's still real to me. I don't want to see it go down, man. Torres has talked about this. We talk about it. Y'all know I'm a big LeBron guy. Whenever LeBron goes away, it's going to be a sad day. Same thing for McGregor. Whenever that man goes away, it's going to be a sad day. There does, at some point you do have to have the changing of the guard. This could be it. I'm not discounting Poirier by any means. I do think he is a great fighter. I do think he can win this fight. I just don't think that McGregor's going to go out this soft, though, like we're talking. I think he's going to come out. He's actually going to put up a good effort. I don't know, man. For some reason, I think there's a little bit of magic left. There's a little bit more magic left in there. And I'm gonna take him. I'm going to be the one to take him. I do understand that this one can definitely go quite the opposite, where Poirier can definitely finish this one like you guys are saying. It's just I don't want to believe it, man. I still want to be a little kid. I want to believe,
I don't think.
I feel you.
I don't think Dustin. I mean, it's not like Dustin's a shoe-in to win.
Yeah,
Conor definitely has a good chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But you look at the last two matchups. You look at the matchup, the first round.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the second one, second round. Like, these guys aren't fighting long, because the matchup is perfectly matched. McGregor, he's a striker. He ain't worried about the ground. Poirier, he wants to stand and bang. He'll take it to the ground here and there, but I think he's going to take every opportunity he can to make sure he gets. If the fight starts to prolong, he's going to be like, okay, I'm not going to keep standing with this.
Yeah, I got to pay.
I'm going to take him down. But early on, I see it. Like, McGregor's going to take advantage of Poirier coming out trying to strike with him in them first two rounds. McGregor needs to take advantage. And I'm not saying McGregor can't knock him out, because McGregor can, I just don't. When people talk about his karate stance, yes, his karate stance at that time, he was loose. This brother don't gain some weight, man. He don't got top heavy. He ain't the same McGregor that we talked about when we first saw him. He's not light on his feet no more. That karate stance McGregor, that's not him anymore, man. He's heavy foot. He's gonna box with you. He's still smooth. McGregor still got it. We can't say that. He's still smooth with it. But this matchup and his style now fits perfectly against Dustin Poirier. And I just don't see him beating him. That's just me.
Yeah.
See.
Oh, by the way, this is my lock of the night. What can I say? Poirier. I didn't say that earlier, but now we got it.
What can I say? Poirier. Yeah. I like
What
it.
can I say?
Third round submission, lock of the night for Jordan. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Tyler, we're done the show. What you got, baby? Because you're the better closer than I am.
All right.
I gotta toss the ball. I gotta toss the ball to Tyler in the fourth quarter.
Gotta bring Mariano Rivera in to close this thing out. Well, first of all, Jordan, Blake, thank you guys. As always, you guys are a blessing to us, being able to come on the show, talk some UFC. We appreciate it. To you guys, it seems like nothing, but to us, it actually does mean something to us. We love having you.
No, thank you guys.
So did y'all have anything y'all wanted to say before we end the show?